sit that right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that, 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 shit, yeah, I like that, bring that right here, sit that right there, don't go.
Welcome back. We're back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to what the hell video is this, man? A Retro Stories video entitled Teen Killer Realizes Her Life is Over.
On October 13th, 2017, a red Chrysler 200 was found abandoned on a dead-end road in Fort Myers, Florida. The vehicle belonged to Matthew Collins, who had been reported missing the previous day. The inside of the vehicle was covered in Matthew's blood, and the windshield had a single bullet hole on the driver's side. The trunk was empty except for some dirt and a shovel. The police would investigate the GPS on Matthew's phone to see where he had been right before he disappeared. The GPS led investigators to the home of Nathan Ortiz. Nathan's mother told police that Nathan and his girlfriend, 19-year-old Aria Armstead, had been living with her for the last several months, but she hadn't seen them in a few days. Before leaving the home, the investigators noticed a freshly dug pile of dirt that matched the dirt in the trunk of Matthew's car. Aria and Nathan were eventually found by police and brought in for interrogation.
We're just going to talk to you about some things, see what you know, what you can help us with, or you can lead us down our investigation, okay? This is going to be a recorded interview, okay? Have you ever done a recorded interview before?
No, but I've heard of them.
Okay. It's just like in court, I'll introduce myself, I'm going to introduce you, okay? And then I'm going to swear you in, okay? All right. How long have you and Nathan been together?
Collectively, 3 years. Dating-wise, coming on 2.
Okay. All right. And you said y'all reside together?
Yes.
All right. And school-wise, how far in school have you gone?
I was about to graduate. I literally had 4 more Fridays left, and I would have graduated. But I had an altercation with my mom. Things went south, and I kind of just was like, my mom. So, yeah, that's kind of what happened.
As a teenager, Aria competed in many beauty pageants and even won the Little Miss Florida pageant. At the age of 16, she met Nathan and decided to quit competing in pageants and attending high school. She began spending all of her time with Nathan and eventually moved in with him and his mother after getting into an argument with her own mother about finishing high school.
You said y'all only have a couple friends, right? Who would that be?
At the age of what?
My friend Angie, we knew, and his friend Brendan. That's it.
You said you knew him. What does that mean?
Like, we just used to hang out with him. Now he just doesn't come around anymore.
How long ago was that?
A while ago.
When was the last time y'all hung out with anybody?
I want to say, well, recently, like today, but around his birthday, probably.
Mm-hmm. Who'd y'all hang out with?
We hung out with his friend, his other.
And who's that?
His name.
Oh, okay. Where's he live at?
On the other side of Sunshine, too.
Oh, nice. Does he drive?
Yes.
What's he drive?
Chrysler 200.
This calm ass
What'd you guys do when y'all hung out with him?
All we do is literally just drive around. That's it.
Do you remember any places y'all went or anything?
We went to Babcock. It's off 31.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge gate. Now it's a multi-million-dollar solar city now.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over there, kind of just scoped it out. We're just these are really cool houses. One day we could probably live there.
Awesome. And how long ago was that?
I'd say October the 12th.
Okay.
Aria admits that the last time she and Nathan had seen Matthew was October the 12th, which happens to be the day he went missing.
How long ago? I'm sorry. What time do you think he came by and picked y'all up?
It was during the day, so I'd say probably high noon.
Okay. Did y'all hang out with him for the night?
No.
What'd y'all do with him?
Just drove around, that's it.
Do you have any other places y'all visited?
We kind of we go by 31 a lot, because it's just there. Babcock, or he just picks us up to go just talk and hang out, just to get out of the house, so.
Yeah. Cool. And how does he just stop by too, or does he usually call him?
Occasionally, I don't know if he told me or not, but he probably, sometimes he pops out, sometimes it's just, hey, I'm coming over, so.
Okay. And so did he just stop by, or?
He stopped by.
Okay. So where'd y'all go from there?
Down to Babcock. came around, and that was pretty much it. He was kind of acting a little shady.
What do you mean by that?
He does blues, which are like little small, I don't know what they're called, but that's how he refers to them. He took a couple. He like
blues, Xanax?
used like a straw to like crush him, and then he just kind of just snorted him. I guess I'm in the backseat all the time, so I don't know. I can't really see anybody.
This nigga called it Tylenol, gang.
You just, you know, when people just get really uncomfortable, like you can tell when people are just like, hi. I try to remove myself from the situation, but I was there, so.
Matthew Collins had a history of drug abuse. He had served several years in prison for breaking into homes during the day. It is believed that Matthew had met Nathan in Aria because they too were using drugs. When the detectives ask Aria if she uses painkillers as well, she claims she used to be an addict, but is currently clean and sober.
It's kind of just a day-by-day thing. I do have the craving, but I don't want to, so I just
They're blue.
or do the rubber band method and just keep on
Is that why you always wear those?
That, and I have a lot of hair, and I break hair ties left and right, so it's a lot of mess.
I have a lot of hair too.
It's
Oh,
I love the jokes here. I love
Listen,
them.
this is how I do. This is how I do my job. Ask him. I'm constantly joking around.
Right. I like that though.
It's, you know, makes the day go by faster.
It does.
Keeps me on track too.
Keeps people on their toes too.
Always. You never
You get people. You got to do this one.
Yeah.
I got you.
Exactly.
Can't
this
look at it. Ooh, I saw that, but I didn't. I like that. Gotta watch
It's old
it.
school right there.
This is like two of a kind right here. This is weird right now.
It's a little bit of deja
Y'all are
vu.
freaking me out.
Just sit over there and write your notes.
Stop. Wish I had a bed.
Kitty like a school girl. You know, get the hell to this.
Just go take a nap. I love
Yeah.
naps.
I wish. I've taken 3 standing up today. So you said this kid does some blues and stuff.
You need sleep.
I don't approve it. It's not. It's just really shady.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
like
about to
people
Google
just
what blues
change.
is. Nigga, you're not gonna get the
And like
answer.
the little things just, and then it's just
I'm ready for that
Did
shit.
anything happen that night? That
Well, he sits there and he likes this song called Perfect Pint. And there's a chorus of it that says like everyone's a blood so they're hemorrhaging. I don't know what that means. I do not affiliate with gangs at all.
That's a bar,
But-
nigga. What the fuck?
He like you like go monotone throughout the song, but when this one line comes up, he puts a lot of emphasis into that line.
Yeah.
So it just it happened like a few times, and it just got like to the
Who
point
made
where
that
it's just
song?
like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the point? And then conversation broke out, and he's like, Matt was like, oh yeah, you know, I gangbang, whatever. And I was like, that's great. You do blues and you gangbang. I'm in your car. It's awesome. And he asked Nate, he's like, yo, so you do that, or you know, you gangbang? He's like, no. Nate was like, I don't, you know. I told him, there's none of that. No, I don't want to be in. I don't want to have to, you know. I don't want him in that situation. I really don't. And
Respect.
it got to the point where like they got really, really like he got really angry with the answer that he gave him. And I don't know if it was the blues or just how he is, but he got really mad, and you know, a fight broke out between the two. So
I'm
as
about to Google that shit.
he is driving, he is speeding at this moment. Things did happen, and we got out safely.
what happened?
Damn, my phone.
I came out and he pulled a gun out in the car ride. He said, F you. I'm going to take your girlfriend. Well, he didn't call me his girlfriend, called me a bitch.
Let's just stay
And
girl.
there was, I looked over, because I'm freaking out in the back seat. I don't know what's going on. I see, it's here, Nate's here. At cocks the gun says, fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, you're fine. Just tell me. Just tell me what happened.
Okay. Nate said, he said, fuck you. Nate was, like a ninja move. I'm gonna refer to this like that. So he holds him, grabs him, punches him, retaliates, punches him back, messes up Nate's contacts. Nate can't see. The gun is now in the back seat. I'm freaking out because my boyfriend's getting attacked, and I don't know what to do in this situation. So I'm pregnant, and it's a very serious. I'm very hormonal and emotional, so I don't know what to do, and I ended up pulling the trigger.
Huh?
What happened?
Died.
Okay.
Bitch, I'm trying to figure out what blues is, and
So
you
what
killed
happened
someone.
from there?
I freaked out. I asked Nate if he could drive us back home. We drove home, and we kind of just, he went in now in the back
Remix
seat.
that. What the fuck?
I'm freaking out because my boyfriend's getting attacked, and I don't know what to do in this situation. So, I'm pregnant, and it's a very serious, I'm very hormonal and emotional, so I don't know what to do, and I ended up pulling the trigger.
Okay. What happened?
Died.
Okay. So what happened from there?
I freaked out. I asked Nate if he could drive us back home. We drove home, and we kind of just, he went inside, he was freaking out, I freaked out, I cried. I was panicking, I'm pregnant, I don't know what to do. I honestly really didn't know how to feel about the situation, so the best thing I could do was dig a hole. I asked Nate if he could move in with me, and now he's in a hole. That's it.
Aria claims that she is the one who shot and killed Matthew, and then she and Nathan buried him next to Nathan's home. What she doesn't tell them is that they tried burying the body in multiple locations.
Yeah, she's insane. What was going on, bro? I'm trying to figure out what blues are. Nigga keep talking about blues. Is Pinter's icon or some Pinter's? I don't know how to say this. Something about a pentagram. And she talking about a self-defense story. Okay, he tried to attack your boyfriend. That man's on drugs. Call the police. Let's call the police. Like, you already shot him. Call the police. Yeah, come pick the body up. Type. He might still be alive. We need emergency services. I don't know, but I'm not about to go start. Yeah, we gotta go dig a hole. And then try to bury the body multiple different times. Huh? No. This premeditated or something, bro. She capping.
Because they would become paranoid someone would find him. At one point, they even attempted to cremate the body, but the smell was so strong, they changed their minds.
Again, it was an unfortunate situation. I really didn't know what to do. Like I said, I'm not about to be 20. I'm pregnant, I don't have life insurance or health care or anything like that, so I can't really go and get checked or anything. So, but the situation did happen. I really wish it really didn't happen like that, because besides the blues, he's a really nice person. He's just very, when he's on blues, he's a totally different person. When you smoke meth, you're a different person. He does that too. So, like, I don't know how to, really don't know how to describe it. All I feel is regret towards the situation, because I'm Christian. I don't believe in violence, but my life and my boyfriend's life was in danger. And I had the thought of rolling outside the window and just hurling myself out, but I have a baby in me. So at that point in time, the only thing I really could do was that. So unfortunately it did happen, and I take everything back on that.
Okay.
And what happened.
Listen, okay. I want you to understand this.
Okay.
I know this guy's an asshole. You know how I know that? I've talked to a bunch of people that deal with him.
Okay.
He's an asshole.
Okay.
So I get that.
Okay.
And I'm sure the drugs didn't make it any better.
No, it really didn't. But around me, he's like, you ever met someone that gets around another female and just, can't control it, knowing the fact that my boyfriend's right next to him.
You're not gonna
But
interject.
he'd like make these little snooty remarks or just whatever, and there's like, he'd wink at me or whatever, and I'd feel uncomfortable about it, because I do have a boyfriend. I've been in the situations not similar to this, but like I've been harassed before, and I don't take it lightly. So, and it just really like, it irked me to the point where it just really bothered me, got underneath my skin. And unfortunately this situation did happen, and I completely regret everything that happened.
I understand.
Getting in the car was probably the biggest mistake. I mean, there were signs. He got very paranoid when he pulled up. I guess he did more prior to us meeting us, but in all honesty, like, it was a very serious, like, shit my pants situation. Like, I literally cried, and I didn't sleep. I was freaking out. Like, every 5 seconds, I was like, I can't take this off my conscience. And I really didn't know what to do. So
you came to the police?
The only thing that really happened was I buried him, and I prayed, I freaked out, I cried, didn't eat for like 2 days, and I was just like on edge. I had no hate towards the guy or anything, it's just, I'm pregnant, and I'm 19 years old.
Aria claims multiple times that she is pregnant, which impacted her decision to pull the trigger. After the interrogation was over, Aria was sent to the hospital to have a pregnancy test done. The results came back negative.
You're like,
So what the hell is that stomach? What? Doing blues give you a pot belly? I'm confused. What the fuck? What? Huh? How's she fake pregnant?
I just didn't want to hide it anymore. Like, I don't want to hide it.
And you know what?
Something I
That's
don't want
because
to.
good. That's because good, honest people that you can't. You just can't. It's
I
not in
cry
your
if
blood.
I kill a bug. I can't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this on a whim. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm a pageant girl. I don't do things like this.
And I appreciate you being honest, but there was pieces of your story that I know isn't exactly accurate. Like the part with him and what happened in the car. Like I want to go over again.
Okay.
But it's more about the part what happened after.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about
Yes,
now?
I
Because
got
so
you.
do we. And the last thing I want to do is sit here and call you a liar because you're not. You are not. I'm telling you. I am telling you face to face. I've been doing this 13 years. He's got 15 plus years in the military. We are telling you, you are not a liar.
Thank you.
Okay? I'm looking you in the eyes. All right? Something bad happened, and now it's our job to figure out if.
I didn't want to pause, but this nigga's a professional liar. Like, bro, this nigga just said, I've been doing this 13 years. He been in the military 15 years. I can tell you, you're not a liar. I'm not being pregnant. Maybe I'm tripping. What the hell are you talking about? He gotta be pump faking, bro. There's no way he not pump faking, bro. Like, huh? She's not a what?
What happened was bad enough to, be justified. Or what happened is bad enough to, oh my God, what were you thinking? But okay, maybe she had a reason to do. You know what I'm saying? That's our job now. But you're getting it off your chest.
Yeah.
And when you're getting it off your chest and you're letting us know things, you got to let us know everything and
Correct.
every little detail, because we need to make sure that you're telling us the truth. Because I can tell you for a fact, the story, this is pretty accurate right here, okay? You obviously know that we were out there today.
Yes.
We've been out there all day. You've probably heard from Nate's mom about the search warrant and, whatever. Okay, but what she doesn't know and what you're leaving out is what happened with the car afterwards and what you guys did to the car and stuff like that. Okay, so that's what I want you to be honest with.
That's good.
The detectives ask Aria to go over the incident and the aftermath again, and this time in greater detail.
He went from a cool, relaxed state like we are now to a aggressive, really amped up, and then he was like, I genuinely was scared. I genuinely was. And then he came out and he I heard a gun cock and he said, F you. And then that's when he grabbed his arm, punched him, the gun fell.
You guys were in the car when this happened?
Yes.
Do you remember where you all were at?
We were on our way back home.
Okay. Were you all still driving down the road at this point?
Yes. And he was speeding the whole way through. So that's when two things popped in my head. I thought either we're gonna crash, something's going to happen, this is gonna escalate, and something bad's going to happen. My boyfriend is literally sitting here trapped in this car with this guy who's completely batshit crazy right now. My main option was either I was gonna roll roll down the window and scream help, or I was going to just open the car door and roll out and just, hope that he did the same. But obviously that didn't happen. The gun was cocked and he was pointing it at me. And I saw it and I was like, holy shit. I was like, stop, you can't do that. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to get him to just calm down. And then all I saw was Nate just slap out of his hand. And I was like, holy shit. And in that split second, I just went like that, and that was it. His foot was still on my gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what Nate did.
You telling me you shot a man whose foot still on the y'all didn't crash the vehicle? Nah, y'all gotta be in a parked car. She lying, bro. This don't make no sense. What? How is he doing all this while driving? How? Maybe her boyfriend's driving.
No
Maybe
one
I'm
knows he
tripping. My
climbed
bad.
in
Maybe,
front.
maybe
He
I'm
climbed
tripping.
over him and drove us back home. Oh my God, a million things popped in my head. I was like, what am I gonna do? How do I do? Like, what do I do? I really don't know what to do. I started praying. I was crying. I was cursing. I was like, dude, I just did this. This is a serious situation. Like, I could go to jail for this. And I was just like, oh my God. And then I just grabbed a shovel and went out right over here and started just digging a hole. And I was like, I don't know what to do in this situation. That's what happened. And I buried him.
Quote unquote.
And put some trees over him. I prayed over him. I prayed probably for like 3-4 hours straight, and I didn't go to sleep for 2 nights because I didn't know what to do.
Like, what were you going to do eventually? Like, were you just gonna let it go and see if
I wasn't gonna let it go. No, I really desperately wanted. I just wanted to say something.
Mm-hmm.
But like, being that if it was like, you know, hey, I slashed someone's tire, that's not as deep as taking someone's life. Taking someone's life is a huge thing.
Right.
And the weight was on my shoulders, and I really wanted to say something. I really did, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what to do in the situation. Thoughts did come in my mind, and I literally sat there. I was like, okay, today I wanted to. I really did, but it's not something I can just go to my mom and be like, hey Mom, so I got in this situation, but I don't want to worry her like that.
Why don't you all call 911?
Thank you.
We didn't know we didn't know what to do. We really didn't know what to do. Like,
But
I was
in
sick.
hindsight, where do you think the problem lies right now?
The fact that we
we
didn't
tried to
come
bury the body.
sooner and say
Yeah.
Not the
something.
fact that we took somebody's life.
And the fact that you guys tried to sit here and destroy things in this man's car, and the fact that
You
I
destroy
can't find a
evidence.
gun and a little kid might pick it up and end up hurting himself right now. All that, like, do you think about the fact that, like, if do you think you should have called 911?
At the time, yes, we should have. We should have called 911. That would have been the mature, right thing to do.
Did you have a phone too?
No, not at the time.
You had a phone, but it wasn't connected.
No, my phone's broken.
Okay. He had a phone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are
you
you
should've
sorry for everything that happened?
There's like no words to describe. Like, I never wanted to. I genuinely have tried to just ask for forgiveness every day after this. I don't understand. It was a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot to have on somebody. It's not something I ever do. But my life was in danger. My baby's life was in danger. My boyfriend's life was in danger.
What baby?
And I didn't know it. I genuinely didn't know what to do. I sat there, I cried, I prayed, I tried to forget. That obviously didn't work. I had like moments where like it played out in my head. I'd close my eyes and I would literally look at him covered in sand, and I couldn't. We tried going for a walk, and I couldn't go anywhere. As soon as I like stepped outside, even to walk the dogs go outside,
Right.
I'd sit there and just shake because I didn't know what to do. I genuinely just sat there freaking out.
Do you
So I
think you
walked
did
the
something
dogs.
wrong?
What the fuck?
Messing with the car, yes.
Do you think you should be
19,
punished
bro,
for
just let it
something
go.
like this?
If it comes down to it, yeah. Because this is a serious thing. So, if it happens, it does happen. I will take all consequences that come to me. But the situation happened. I didn't do it out of spite.
Right.
But you know,
Did you do it for gain?
no, I've nothing to
Gain
gain
what?
from
Was
this.
it your plan to rob him, or
No.
Rob
was there
me,
some
bro.
sort of?
No disrespect.
Well, you kind of hinted at
These
it
are
before, but we know Matt to be kind of like a womanizer. He's like on Plenty of Fish and stuff. Was there ever like a relationship with you guys prior that?
I said,
No.
what is it? Being on
Anything
Plenty of
like
Fish, nothing to do
that?
with being a womanizer. That's
No, I'm gonna ask you this
Disrespect.
question because earlier you told me that y'all don't do drugs or you won't let him do drugs or anything. Why is there a bone?
yeah.
Smoking weed. I do get the urge occasionally.
Is that why you guys
I
covered the
ain't
vent
gonna
up?
lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
I knew we were missing something
I
here.
do. I don't. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
But I'm sure in this incident
This
has probably made it
situation-
worse.
Like, bro, what is going on, bro? Bro, that is clearly a baby bulge. What the this nigga, she wearing pillows? What the is going? What the fuck? What? What? How's it a negative? Maybe it's one of them things where it's like it could be a false negative and like a false positive. Like they say it's negative, but she might really be pregnant. Cause what the is that? Blues can't do that, bro.
Everything's worse. I started smoking cigarettes again.
What the
Something
hell?
I look down upon. But yeah, we did start smoking weed. So.
Aria was charged with second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. While she waited to be transported to the local jail, she noticed a camera on the wall and decided she had a few things to say about the situation.
Trust the police, they said. They'll have you back, they said. No, you chose a scumbag over two teenagers who literally feared for their lives. I can't. I literally cannot believe the justice system right now, which is really f***ed up because I was hoping to become a law enforcement officer, but now I don't want to.
Bitch, you got felonies. You can't. The hell is she talking about? You can't. You got felonies. Is she slow?
I spent my 19th or 20th birthday behind bars.
20th? 30th?
She was
35th?
stayed in school.
46th? Down, said her.
Because the people I've met in the past 7 months, bad news all over. Fun fact
She's
is,
regretting her
we
decision
didn't
now.
do
No, she's
anything
blaming other
wrong.
people instead of saying, damn, I
We
made the wrong
freaked
decision.
out.
I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have been with these people.
Our lives were in danger,
Instead of saying,
and
I met some bad people. Fuck.
we should have called right then
Yes,
and
but
there, because then, you know.
You ain't have to follow them
whatever,
niggas.
you know. I'm not an officer, but if my boyfriend has a gun in his face, and it falls in the back seat,
Or you gotta find out what
you're
one.
taught to neutralize the dark. Don't sit here and drive me with food
Hey, she
and
thinks
tell me
she's
that
what
you
it says.
believe me when you don't. Don't tell me that I would never
I know they play this at court. She's
intentionally kill someone. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a pregnant 19-year-old female
fake pregnant.
whose life was in danger.
Nathan was interviewed next. What they found interesting is that Nathan's version of events was identical to what Aria had already told them. The detectives didn't believe their story. Instead, they believed that the two had planned what they were going to tell police to hide what really happened. Based on the physical evidence, the investigators believed that drugs played a huge part in Matthew's death. They decided to offer Nathan a plea deal in exchange for telling them where the murder weapon was and testifying against Aria in court. He was sentenced to a little over 3 years for his part in the crime. Nathan was ready to tell everyone what really happened the night Matthew was killed, but Aria decided to take her own plea deal. She agreed to plead guilty to first-degree manslaughter, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse in exchange for 40 years in prison. Because she accepted a plea deal, Nathan did not have to testify in court and tell the world what really happened. Nathan was released from prison in October of 2020, and Aria is currently scheduled to be released in 2037.
Nigga, that's 12 years. How is this crime? 12 years? Yeah, they got away with it, but they didn't get away with it type shit. Like, hold on, bro. I gotta go back because I gotta figure out how much time she served. Because what the fuck? What? I missed something. Also, that nigga was gonna tell it off.
Aria had already told them. The detectives didn't believe their story. Instead, they believed that the two had planned what they were going to tell police to hide what really happened. Based on the physical evidence, The investigators believe that drugs played a huge part in Matthew's death. They decided to offer Nathan a plea deal in exchange for telling them where the murder weapon was and testifying against Area in court. He was sentenced to a little over 3 years for his part in the crime. Nathan was ready to tell everyone what really happened the night Matthew was killed, but Area decided to take her own plea deal. She agreed to plead guilty to first-degree manslaughter, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse in exchange for 40 years in prison. Because she accepted a plea deal, Nathan did not have to testify in court and tell the world what really happened. Nathan was released from prison in October of 2020, and Area is currently scheduled to be released in 2037. What are your thoughts on this case? What do
Time served, I guess. Nigga, the crime couldn't have been in 1989. she getting on 12 years, brother. Oh, this case is ridiculous, my nigga. I don't know what she got going on. I guess we never get to know the full story. I mean, the video presented the evidence for the most part. I guess you can make your assumptions off of that, but I was really hoping Lil Buddy, since he was gonna tell it all anyway, you might as well make him tell it all so we can know, so the family can know at least. Cause what the was it self-defense? I mean, according to their story, the real problem is with the self-defense thing. Why did y'all try to bury this man more than once? Hello? My nigga. Just call the police. You shot him. He attacked us. We fear for our lives. Send an ambulance. It didn't have to be all this. I didn't understand what was going on there. That's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video, share your thoughts on the video in the comment section below. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I drop videos on the channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, y'all.
Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best. Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best. Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best believe it. It has been my Nintendo Switch, shit, though, kick it with my kinfolk. Haters just be talking, so I really do not need their info. Yeah, their info, yeah.